This question starts off similar to the last one. It asks you to write a function of the volume. And volume is just length times width times height, so that's all given to us, whereas in the last question we had to do some figuring. So that's really easy. Now where this question is different is this one's not asking you to graph. It's not asking you to find a maximum or a minimum. It's just saying that the volume is 96. So then we could take our equation and we could substitute 96 in for the volume. Now here's where there was actually some controversy on this exam. This was a non-calculator question. As a non-calculator question, as a student, you know that the answer is not going to be 7.382, because that would be too hard without a calculator. So a lot of students, when they got to this point, just were like, well, since I know it's non-calculator, I'm going to try some nice numbers of x until I find it, and they actually found x relatively quickly. It's not very hard to plug in numbers. Probably doesn't take too many guesses and checks to find out that x was 2, right? 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 12, perfect, 96. They got the answer. According to the official marking guide on that year, they gave all students, I think, 2 out of 5 on that question for getting it right, but not showing their work. Which was really unfortunate, which is why it was a little bit controversial at the time, because it seemed extra harsh, even though the students got it right. Okay? What they came up with as a solution to this is that when questions like this come up on exams later, to make sure that students show their work, they add the following. Algebraically, so that takes out guessing and checking, find all possible values of x. So when I give you a question like this on your test, I'm going to add algebraically so that we work through the process of getting the answer. If you can guess and check and get the answer right away, it's awesome, because now you know what the right answer should be, so your algebra should show that. Now, what was a little bit annoying about this one is if you wanted to solve this algebraically, well, it's already factored, but not equal to 0. The only way that you can solve an equation when it's factored is if one side's equal to 0. So you would have first had to multiply this out. I'm going to multiply these ones together first. And then I'm going to multiply these ones together, x cubed plus 10x squared plus 2x squared plus 20x. And now I can move the 96 over, combine my like terms. And now to solve for x, algebraically, you're going to need to factor, which means you're going to have to use the factor theorem, the remainder theorem, the factor property, synthetic division, and the numbers that are going to work have to multiply to 96. So it could be 1 and 96, 2 and 48, 3 and 32. There's a lot of options. In some ways, that makes this also non-fair for a non-calculator question, because if you're like, ooh, I want to check out 96, I'll just do the mental math. What's 96 cubed? I have a problem. My mental math doesn't want me to do 96 cubed. Okay? This is where it was nice that we already pre-figured out that 2 worked. So if I do synthetic division with the 2, bring the 2 down, multiply, add, multiply. Did I make a mistake somewhere? not working out, something went wrong. Maybe it's -2. If 2 is an answer, then -2. Oh, no, it was, did I bring down and write a 2 here? I did. Bringing down the 1 is just a 1. There we go. Again, I think I did this as an example once, showing you what it looks like when you work too quickly. I did it again. So bring down the 1, multiply, this will be 2, add 14, multiply 28, add 48, multiply 96, good. The remainder of 0. So what we have done is we have now factored out an x minus 2 and are left with x squared plus 14x plus 48. And this also factors nicely to x plus 6 and x plus 8. So our solutions are 2, -6, and -8, but these answers don't exist and are not possible. So this question was asking, given the volume does not state the dimensions of the box, we have to make sure that we read our question at the end. Dimensions are 2 centimeters by, one of them was x plus 2, x plus 10 by 4 centimeters by 12